my name is Rachel. So a couple of weeks ago, I went to a Chinese restaurant with my friends. There was 3 of us all together. We each had separate meals, and then we shared one together. When it came time to pay the bill, none of us are really good at money, so we had a little trouble with it. Well, it took 40 minutes, so that's a lot of trouble. So we start off by giving each month, how much our meals cost, and then adding them all together. That took about 15 minutes because some of us had trouble with the math. Then we wanted to figure out the tip. And the tip we could not figure out because one girl said we didn't have good service, the other girl said we did, and I was like, I don't know what kind of service we had. So that took about another 15 minutes. Then the waiter comes over and says, girls, I just want to make sure you're okay. I was embarrassed because usually a waiter doesn't do that. So he goes back, we say yes, and he goes back and he's watching us, and I'm like, oh my goodness gracious. We're still having so much trouble because we have to give back the money because it was the wrong amount and we couldn't remember who had what to start with. Finally, about 20 minutes later, the waiter comes back and says, ladies, I'm very sorry, but the restaurant is about to close. And I look around, and there's no one in the restaurant, and the people are putting up the chairs and cleaning off the table, and I'm like, oh my goodness gracious, we're going to run out of time, and they're going to lock us in the restaurant. So we finally give the amount of money that we think is right, and the waiter says, sorry ladies, this is not the right amount. I was chagrined, I was abased, I was humiliated. I have never been so mortified in my life. Not only did we take 40 minutes to pay the bill, but for someone to tell us that we had the wrong amount, I felt like a first grader in math class, and I did not do well in first grade in math class. So we left the restaurant, and since then I have never been back.